Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have a story of our own to tell you.
Yes.
There's something strange going on in our own neighborhood. So just for a little context, we live about through the woods, maybe a quarter mile apart.
Yeah.
It's about almost a mile drive, but it's because we have to go around the woods. So we live in the same area. And this all started maybe 2 weeks ago. So we were letting our dogs out one night, and we have one lead and two dogs that go on it. So I let them out one at a time. I let the first one out, and she was playing in the yard and stuff. And then she just makes her way over to like the corner of our yard and is staring at our wood line. And her hair goes up and her head falls, and she goes real silent, and she just stares off into the wood line. And she's only like 7 months old, so she's like just carefree. She's chasing butterflies.
She's a goober.
Yeah,
she's
such
so sweet.
a goofy goober.
Yeah.
Her name's Freya.
Not scared of anything. Loves everybody.
Yeah, she's the chase butterflies type. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it was weird for her to show such uncomfortability. Like she was like not comfortable with whatever she was looking at. And so I was like, well, come on back, come on, and I thought, well, maybe she just heard something that she's never heard before. She's new, she's topside, topside, you know what I mean? So I let my older dog out. She's 11, chill. She doesn't care about anything. She literally goes outside, does her business, comes back in the house.
A coyote could go by her.
Yeah.
She'd be like, yep.
She's like,
Sup,
that's
buddy?
here, yeah. So she goes outside and immediately beelines to the back corner of the yard. Same place that Freya was standing. And she immediately just is like hair raised, and she's staring, and she's pacing, and she's uncomfortable, and she's just scared of something. And so I'm like, okay, well, something is out there. It's fine. Maybe there's like a dog growling at them or something. It is woods. Like something can get into the woods. So I bring her back inside, and I just lock the door for the night. The next night, they do the exact same thing, pace and growl towards the back of the same area, looking at the same spot in the woods, to the point where I told my husband, I said, go look, see if there's something down there. Maybe there's a nest, something. I don't know. So he goes, he checks, takes a flashlight, he checks out, and he's like, there's nothing here. So we were like, all right. So we brought her back in the house. A couple days later, we were out in the yard. It was like dusk, not even dark yet. And we had one of the dogs out with us, the pup, because the old dog's like, no thank you, to be outside. She is her mother's daughter. But we were outside, we were playing around, and like our neighbors have puppies, and then our other neighbor has dogs. They're barking, like 9 puppies that are half husky.
Howl. It's not quiet.
Right, yeah, they're making noise. Birds are chirping. It's a normal like subdivision sounding evening when everything just falls silent. Everything. All the puppies stop, the dogs stop, the birds stop, the frogs stop. Like everything is just quiet.
Oh, no.
Quiet. And I'm like the hair on my neck stands up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, and I can see like Freya's pacing. She's just like pacing back and forth. She's uncomfortable. She's whining. Like she's like, I don't like it. She's like heading towards the house, and I was like, that's my cue. Let's go in the house.
You said, I'm surviving this horror movie.
Yes, I'm a final girl. Thank you.
Yes.
And that was like 2 weeks ago, that week of like 2 weeks ago. And I kind of put it out of my mind because I thought, well, and nothing had happened since then.
Mm-hmm.
3 nights ago, we have a new puppy, another new puppy. So we have a third puppy, if anyone's keeping track. And she's only 4 months old. My husband gets up with her at like 4 o'clock a few nights ago. She got up in the middle of the night, and it was his turn to take her out. He got up with her, and he took her outside, and he said that he had just put her in the yard when he saw something out the corner of his eye go towards the woods. And he said he heard it coming. He saw it. It looked like to him the size of a coyote. We see coyotes all the time, but it made him look. It made him stop and turn around and look. And he said as he turned around and looked, something else that was chasing said coyote or dog, it was about the size of a coyote, so it could have been a dog. He said something came through and was going so otherworldly fast, he couldn't even make out the shape of it. He said he couldn't hear it. He couldn't hear like thumping on the ground. It was concrete that they were running on. He couldn't hear footsteps, anything like that. He just saw it in a blur. And he said like 2 seconds later, he hears whimpering in the woods, which he was assuming was the dog or coyote. He did go out the next day and look, but there was no anything in the woods. Like nothing was there.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know. But he said like 2 seconds after he hears the whimpering, he looks across the street and it's back in our neighbor's backyard. But this time it's on 2 legs. But it's going just as fast. Okay? And you have to know my husband, because my husband will explain away anything. Like he will, he has a rational explanation for everything.
He's very scientific minded.
He believes in the paranormal, but he is if I don't talk to it, it won't talk to me kind of guy.
Yeah.
And like normally I'll be like, this happened, and he'll be like, well, was it this? Like he works things through.
Or I'm gonna just ignore it.
He works things through. He was like, And keep in mind, I'm sleeping through all this. It's 4 a.m. I'm like, I'm out. So he came back in like scared, and he said that the dog, like the puppy, didn't even go to the bathroom. She was trying to get back in the house. She was terrified. He said he brought her back in, put her in her crate, and she like didn't even move or make a noise the rest of the night. Like she was like terrified. And I didn't know until he told me the next day. He was just like, I just was like, that's none of my business. Like, but he was like, it scared me because like he's like, I watched it with my own eyes happen, but could not rationalize it away.
Yeah.
So then fast forward to the next evening, I decided I'm going to tell her because he had told me that day. And I was like, oh, Hannah, here's the tea.
Because we're spooky.
Yeah, I was like, here's the tea about our neighborhood. Like, yeah, okay. So I tell her and she replies with like, no way, because I have a story for you.
Because I was outside on my front porch. It's closed in. It's fully screened in. It has a door that latches. So I latch it because I'm paranoid.
Valid.
And I know coyotes go out every night, and so I'm like, okay, I'll just stay up here. It was nice and crisp outside, which is no longer, which is sad. But during that week,
to the fall weather.
I know. During that week, it was fall, so it was like nice crisp 58 degrees outside. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna chill on the porch for a bit. And it was completely dark out. You can make faint things out because our neighbors in front of us have lights that kind of shine. And I kept hearing shoo 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 because next to us we have tall grass. So that grass is crispy from
it's crunchy
from the Satan's weather the weeks prior. And I just keep hearing it. I'm like, what the heck? Okay, so it's probably a coyote, but I was like, I don't know, that sounds a little big, like, I don't know. And then somebody turns on our road and they have their high beams on, and I could make out the shape of something just briefly that was like a deformed wolf of some sort, and then it just kept going. And I was like,
you said, hold up.
I said, okay, looks like it's time to go inside. Folks, let's go.
Wrap
Back
it up.
up and leave.
Wrap it up.
And I was like, okay, that was weird. There's a like zoo close by that has
it's like
wolves.
a mile and a half.
It doesn't have wolves anymore. But I was like, maybe they had another one and it got out.
Well, and that's when this happened like 15, 16 hours after my husband.
Yeah, and so I tried to explain it away, and then she sent me that text, and I was like, hold up.
Yeah. And then last night, I was taking my dog out again. My Bailey, she's in a donut of shame right now from hernia surgery.
Yeah,
so
really
she like
hates it.
I got her a donut. It's an inflatable donut. Anyway, she goes waddling down the porch because she can't see past the donut. And like all happy, she's like chilling. She's cool. And she gets down in the yard and she just stops. And I'm like on the back deck, like watching her because like she's got the cone on. So I want to make sure she's cool. And she just like lowers her head and just lets out this guttural growl. Like it is like, I've never heard her sound like this before. And, like, she can be bitchy. She's 11. You know what I mean?
She's very much indifferent bitchy, though.
Yeah,
you know
she's like, huffy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
she's like, meh. But, like, she was, like, gutturally growling. And it was, like, so low I almost couldn't even hear it. Her teeth were bared.
Ooh.
Like, I mean, it was, like, she went full-on beast mode. And if you know Bailey, like, my dog, she can go full-on beast mode and it would look scary. But, like, she never does it.
Yeah.
But she was doing it. And she would not care about a coyote or a deer or a dog. Like,
yeah,
they go by all the time, and she's like, I'm doing my own thing. I don't
She's
care.
more so like, I'm overwhelmed that they're here.
Yeah, she's like,
Please
get me back in the house. Yeah.
She's like,
but she was like, she
She'll make
didn't
that
even want to
face,
move last night. Like, she was like, I had to like, and I didn't want to move because look at her. So but I had to be brave. So like, I went down and I was like, come on. And I like took the lead and I was like, let's go back in the house. Come on. And she's like locked in.
oh.
And I had to like physically like take her, like, not like push her, but I had to like guide her into the house. But she never took her eyes off the back of them. Like, she was, like, in full protect mode, full something's out there, and we need to, like, she was trying to stand in between me and the backyard. She was, like, and I was trying to get her in the house, and I was like, let's just get the hell in the house. Like, come on. And so, that's where we're at.
Mm-hmm. We don't know what it is, but...
I mean, we have our ideas.
Yeah.
But, you know, what do you think? What do you think in the comments? What are we dealing with? Because we do have, like I said, we do have our ideas, but it could be something totally different. If you're in the Ozark areas and you've seen something like that and you're like, hey, this is normal. It's a whatever species, we'd love to know. Because like,
yeah,
you know, if it's like a normal thing, I can deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. Like, it's chill. And I'll, like, recognize that it's there. But, like, you know,
I've seen quite a few wolves in my time. That was wild. It was...
Yeah. Well,
the
and
best I
like,
can explain it is wolf shape because it was so big.
Right. It was, and that my husband said the same thing. Like, Eddie said it was huge.
And it was furry, but it was, like, in patches. It was...
He couldn't even make out that much detail, except for when it came back through, it was literally in standing up humanoid position, but going just as fast. So, like, yeah, what is that? But it was totally silent. No noise.
Yeah, the only noise I heard was the rustling of the, like, crispy grass.
Although you did say a couple weeks ago you thought you heard a woman screaming.
I did.
Which we said could have been a fox, but, like...
It was real loud.
Yeah. So we, you know...
It could have been fox, it could have been mountain lion.
We are in the mountains, you know what I mean? Like, we're... But yeah, this is not a normal... We're used to the mountain things.
Yeah.
We're used to the normal critters and predators and everything else that we might get here. It's pretty normal. Even if I were to see a wolf, I'd be like, that's a gray wolf. I know what they are. You know what I mean? They're not common here, but we do have them. This wasn't. From what I understand, it's not that. And Eddie was legitimately like, I cannot explain it away. And when he says that, I'm like, oh, it can't be explained away. Because I'm a dreamer. You know what I mean? Eddie's not. He's like, this is what it probably was. We balance each other out.
Yeah, he's definitely like, oh, it was probably a bobcat or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so for him to be like, oh,
and like, for him to be like scared and come in the house and not like investigate it, like he was like, I was not about to investigate it, is not my husband.
See, it scared me so bad that I was like, maybe I should rationalize this because
like your brain wanted to rationalize and my husband was like, I can't rationalize this, so we know there's a problem.
Yes.
Okay, and he didn't go investigating, which is like red flag number 2, because he will like go, like, it could be like midnight.
He'll hear a woman scream or a whistle out in the woods, and he's like, "Who was that?" I'm
yeah,
like,
in his
stop.
underwear even. He doesn't even care. He's like, I'm gonna go out and check it out, and I'm like, he's brave. He's a Leo, okay. But yeah, so let us know in the comments below. Next week we are going to be reading your paranormal stories. So if you have one for us, feel free to leave it in the comments or message us on Facebook at The Curio or Instagram at The Curio of Odd Things. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.